Right, hey, Shalom Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, before we get started, giving all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that have taught us this truth and that rule well. And peace and blessings go out to the hopeful members of the elect, scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, that are in the hopes of receiving salvation and mercy during the time of Jacob's trouble, and that are worshiping the Heavenly Father in sincerity, in spirit, and in truth. Alright? Now this will be a quick hit, just doing a land back response upon a lesson that the beloved Elder Ariala from Dallas had done the other day concerning response on don't be surprised if these strikes fast track automation. Alright? Now this is dealing within the subject matter of the whole port strike event. And within the lesson, the beloved Elder Ariala makes a beautiful point that within everything Esau does, alright, there's always a twist to it, alright? Within every kind of problem that you see happening, Esau's the one behind it, alright? And this goes back to the phrase of Hegelian dialectic, alright? Of creating a problem, seeing the reaction of what people do, alright, and their take on it, and then creating some kind of solution for the purpose of making a problem that they made better, alright? And through what the beloved Elder Ariala was saying, alright, through the whole event, it looks like Esau has his hand all up in it, alright? Even something that I picked up within the whole advertisement of the strike is the fact of how well instructed it looks, alright? Within the interviews that these, union workers were having, it looked too good, it looked like something out of a movie to where everything looked staged, alright? And, this is just a point that us brethren are deciphering through through us putting the puzzle pieces together. It looks like Esau is going to bring forth some kind of disaster, which is exactly what's happening, for the purpose of him bringing forth his automation of merging man with machine, alright? And it's the spirit too, because just the other day, as Jake was at the plantation, I was speaking to some of my co-workers, a couple Northern Kingdom tribe Jakes that have worked their butt off, alright? And it's funny because, I myself, I'm in my, I'm barely coming into my 20s, and I'm around nothing but a bunch of 40-year-old Jakes that have lived their life, and I have been within the trade that I'm in for a couple decades already. And within their walk of life, they're seeing that slowly but surely this government, alright, that Esau has created is nothing more but a big plantation, alright? One of them had said that we're in nothing more but a big plantation house, alright? Where, they said it in their, in Spanish, but putting it into the translation of English, they pretty much said that we're nothing more but slaves that have been tricked, alright? And that's been the mindset of your average American, alright? Thinking that they're in the land of the free, the home of the brave, alright? Not knowing that this whole environment that you live in has been created and made for the purpose of you being nothing more but a servant, alright? Now, before I keep, rambling on, I wanted to get an article that, brothers should know about from this dude, Edward Mandel, where he was pretty much spilling the beans concerning, it was like a press conference that he was involved in, alright? But pretty much within it, they gave out the outline of what would succumb society in the future, alright? And as I'm going to read it, a lot of bells in our head should start to ring, alright? Because we're at the end of where Esau wants to bring forth his enterprise, alright? So, with that being said, Lord's will, this is edifying lesson for you brothers and sisters. We're just going to get right into this article, of course, bring out some scriptures and show you that the word of the Heavenly Father is speaking loud and clear. Alright? We're living in a very beautiful time where the end, matter of fact, let me get that real quick, man, in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. Alright? The end is speaking for itself. Alright? We're in a time where debates are of no avail. Alright? I think it was yesterday that the beloved elder Manata Zakba, it was yesterday. Alright? You had a Jay come up asking a weird ass question about animals it was some weird ass shit. But point being is that we're not in the position to debate these stupid ass questions. Alright? We're living in a time where judgment and death is about to reign in every state of America. Alright? So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which is the time that we're living in, alright, where all the signs are speaking loud and clear. You got World War III, political turmoil, alright, Egyptian against Egyptian, a kingdom divided into. We're seeing everything right now, alright? Which should mean what? As the Heavenly Father is going to later tell Ezra, alright? And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand, alright, that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, alright? And the way on how the Heavenly Father is visiting the world he made is through his prophets, alright? And then later throughout the prophets giving forth the warning that the Heavenly Father is pretty much here, the Lord is going to start killing a lot of people, man, alright? Verse 3, it says, Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, alright? You got your strike, your port strike, okay? And people irritated about the living cost in America. Verse 4, Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before them, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning in wonders and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. Alright? Salakia. Matter of fact, let me start at 6, because that was the point. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. And we're seeing that the end is made manifest right now, man. Alright? I skipped verse 5 if I'm not mistaken. I'll read it again. It says, For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Alright? And we're at that tipping point where the end is speaking for itself. Alright? And everybody is in the position of understanding that there's going to be a big change coming to the world. Alright? Like I gave the testimony within my coworkers. We had that little conversation yesterday. It put me in a very good spirit, man, because everybody right now sees what's coming in some shape, way, or fashion, but they don't have that 100% assurance of what it is. But us brethren, we have the secrets and the mysteries of what Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is getting ready to do. Alright? So call hello Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. And another, so let this load. Another piece of information to add to that point is what we're about to read from Edward Mandel House quote and the CFR, right? So without further ado, let's get right into it. It says, This post is to those who love to downplay the significance of the legal lawful nature, alright, of the system we find ourselves under and the remedies that are available to us, alright? Please tell us, what does this quote mean? Edward Mandel House to Woodrow Wilson. Alright? And this is what he had to say concerning the information that he stumbled upon. It says, Very soon, every American will be required to register their biological property in a national system designed to keep track of the people, all right, that will operate under the ancient system of pledging, all right? And Esau, through his gradualism, all right, of bringing forth these biometric devices, of having an Apple Watch, now you have some kind of bio ring where it's able to, track your heart rate, do this, that, and the third. Esau has prepared the minds of society for what is to come. And what is to come is a system of you being digitally monetized through what is written in Revelation 13 and 16. All right? The mark of the beast, which is going to be a radio frequency device, all right, that's going to be implemented into your, implanted, should I say, implemented, that's going to be mandated and implanted into your right hand or your forehead, that's going to register you into Esau's world, all right, where he's going to be your God and you're going to be his servant and his creation, all right? So we're here, okay? You already have countries implementing it, and you have some crazy ass Edomites out there that think it's a good idea with it already in them, okay? I remember the beloved elder Mawatazak, the head elder out here in California, had made a lesson concerning a video that was like 3 years old, all right? And it was about an Edomite that had the thing already in him. So we're here, man, all right? It says, reading on, second little paragraph, it says, by such methodology, we can compel people to submit to our agenda, all right? But it ain't as easy as Esau thinks. And this is why you see certain events like the port strikes happen, all right? Where people are going to get irritated about the cost of living to where they're going to be driven to do scandalous acts like that, all right, which is all scripted for the purpose of Esau bringing forth more automation to certain revenues of work to get rid of that problem, okay? And throughout that process of Esau slowly chipping at certain labor jobs, people are going to be found in a position of needing money, of needing some kind of financial revenue. And what are they going to turn to? Esau. And what's Esau going to do in the midst of people being in that dire necessity? He's going to bring destruction within every city of America. And within that destruction, people are going to be driven to run to the government, all right? And they show you this in the movies, all right? Civil War, that's what that was all about, all right? You had Demolition Man. In the beginning scene, it showed you that America was in complete hell. All right, and once Sylvester Stallone's character was frozen, all right, and put in a cryo chamber, and when he was risen back up, the world was under Esau's government, all right, where everybody was digitally monetized. I keep saying monetized, digitally monitored, all right, and this is what the image of the beast wants, all right. The whole image of what Rome wanted was for the government to look at, or for the citizens to look at the government as their God, all right? And now within this revised Roman Empire, Esau is able to put it in stone, all right? And this is where we're at right now. It's a very beautiful time that we're living in, because a lot of people, they can't see it, all right? They can't see it, even though the prophets of the Heavenly Father are out in the highways and byways telling them all about it, all right? But pursuant to Romans 11 chapter, all right, the elect have received it and the rest were blinded, all right? If you're able to receive the understanding that the mark of the beast is this device that Esau wants to implement to where he can control you, count yourself blessed, all right? Count yourself blessed, because you've been given a heads up by the Most High to be prepared for what is to come, all right? Now you have to be in the spirit of what Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, is all about, okay? Of receiving the message, running with it, and now preparing your spirit for a time where those that stand against it will be persecuted. All right? Because we're going to be enemy number one on Esau's, in Esau's world. All right? So let me keep reading. It says, by such methodology, we can compel, turn into this lane real quick. We can compel people. All right, you're not going to go, man, then I'm going to go. We can compel people to submit to our agenda, which will affect our security as a chargeback for our fiat paper currency. All right? Because if you don't know, America's currency isn't backed upon anything. All right? When you look it up, it tells you that America's currency is backed upon the faith in the government. All right? And that faith of the government is going to come to the extent of you being the currency when they put the shit in you. All right? As it's later going to say, every American will be forced to register or suffer not being able to work and earn a living. All right? And this is what the whole port strike is all about. If you don't want to work, cool. That's fine. We'll just bring forth more animatronics and fasten automation so that you can get out of the picture. All right? And let's say if you want to comply, well, all you got to do is take this little device and you're good to go. All right? You can go back to your union and stop complaining. All right? See, when you look at Jake being, I remember a beloved elder Mwatazaka made this point. When you look at Jake being in that spirit of gang banging and being that thug, where do you think they got that mentality from? They got it from the first gang banger, the first gangster, the first thug, Esau. All right? Because he's doing the shit, only on a very, very greater scale and level. So let's keep reading. It says, they will be our chattel, and we will hold their security interest over them forever. All right? By operation of the law, merchant under the scheme of secured transactions. Americans, by unknowingly or unwittingly delivering the bills of lading to us, will be rendered bankrupt and insolvent, forever to remain economic slaves throughout taxation, secured by their pledges. All right? And what's going to be that pledge? Taking the MOTB. All right? That's what seals the deal of you, taking the image of the beast. Okay? So you know what? With that, man, I'm going to just, end it off there because the point was made. All right? You can read this for yourself. It's on, just look up Edward Mandell. Fucking ads, man. Just look up that phrase right there. Edward Mandell house quote and this CFR. If you, want to read the full length of it. There's a couple pages of it, so, get in tuned. All right? Because we're in the process of that being fulfilled. All right? And prior to Edward Mandell, realizing that, the prophets were already out there giving you the warning. Starting off with apostles of Great Millstone, all right, down to the bishops and the elders and to the men that teach the likewise doctrine, all right? The Heavenly Father is giving the warning. And now we're coming into a period where the Lord is going to hide wit and start bringing forth the judgment and seeing the true intention of everybody, all right? So with that, man, Lord's will, this was an edifying lesson to you, brothers and sisters. Like I said, I didn't want to make it too long. I just wanted to give my 2 cents concerning the whole, matter of the port strike, because go back and watch a couple videos of the little interviews that they had with some of the union members, all right? Because it looks too well put together, all right? Too well put together, okay? We'll see what comes of it, but with that, man, continue to stay prayed up, stay in the spirit of prophecy, build yourself up in the knowledge, and keep the faith, man. All right? So with that, giving all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh, Double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings unto the elect. Shalom.